This video is about finding the area of non-right triangle. And if it's a non-right triangle, the area is 1/2 AB sine C. And I'll explain what this thing means shortly. If it's a right triangle, then the area equals 1/2 times the base times the perpendicular height. Essentially what that means is the area will equals 1/2 times the product of the two sides that form the right angle. That's how you find right triangle, the area of right triangle. Okay? Now let's look at how we find the area of a triangle that is not a right triangle. Now in this case, clearly we see that this is not a right triangle. And because it's not a right triangle and they asked us to find the area of triangle ABC, we're going to use this formula here. Area equals 1/2 AB sine C. But what does this formula mean? What it means, it is 1/2 times area equals 1/2 times the product of the two sides that form the angle between them. Sine of the angle between them. That's what it means. So I could rewrite this formula to match this question. Remember that the uppercase letters represent the angles. So angle B is facing side B. Angle C is facing side C. Angle A is facing side A. Okay? So I could rewrite this thing now as saying area equals 1/2 times, remember it's the product of the two sides that form the angle. So here are the two sides, it is A and C. So this would be 1/2 AC sine of the angle between it, which is B. So this would be the formula for this question. Let's go ahead and put some numbers to this thing now. So area equals 1/2 times A, which is 7, times C, which is 9, times sine of angle B, which is 110. So area equals, and we could go ahead and put all this in our calculator. 1/2 times 7 times 9, that is 63, sine 110. So area equals 63 sine 110. That would give us 59.2, and we divide that by 2. Okay? So our area would be 29.6. And we put our unit, centimeter square. Make sure your square is on it when you're finding area. Okay? Now let's look at a second example. This one demands a little bit more. Okay? So we're going to apply our knowledge of laws of sine and cosine. Alright, so if you look at this thing here, we see that it's not a right triangle. So once it's not a right triangle, we're thinking about A equals 1/2 AB sine C once they ask us for the area. Okay? Now we have one side, we need the other side because we have this angle that will be between them. So we need this side or we need this side. Because if we find this side, we would still have two sides and an angle between them. Or if we find this side, we would now have two sides and an angle between them. Let's go ahead and find this side. So if we find this side, we need this angle. Okay? But remember, if you have two angles in a triangle, you automatically know the third angle. So we could go ahead and punch in our 180. Remember, the interior angles of a triangle, they are supplementary, meaning that they add up to 180. So that's 180 minus or 29 plus 109, and that would give us 42. So we know that this angle here is 42 degrees. Now we can use our law of sine. So the law of sine says that we must have a reference. So the reference will be a side and an angle facing it. So this would be 16 over sine of this angle, which is 42 degrees, equals, now we want to find this side here. So we're going to call this side TS. So it would be TS over sine of the angle facing that, which is 29. Alright, and we can cross multiply. So that would be 16 sine 29 degrees, this times this, equals TS sine 42 degrees, this side times this. Okay, so we could go ahead now and divide both sides by sine 42. Sine 42, that is an actual number. Alright, so this part will take out that. Now we can put all of this in our calculator as is. Okay, So let's use the parentheses. So parentheses 16 sine 29 degrees divided by parentheses sine 42 degrees. And that would give us 11.59, let's call it 12. So that would give us about 12 kilometers equal TS. Now that I've found my 12, I'm going to put it on my diagram. So, or I could even draw another diagram just for it not to look so messy. So this would be 12 right here. Right here is 16. This is 109. So that's what we need. So we have two sides and an angle between them. Alright? So the area now, let's put it over this side. The area would be 1/2 times one of the side, which is 16, times the other side, which is 12, sine of the angle between them, which is 109. So the area would be 1/2 times, let's see what is 16 times 12. So 16 times 12, that is 192. 192 sine of 109. So the area equals, let's punch in all of this, 192, which is this part, sine 109. That gives us this number here, but we're going to divide it now by 2. So I divide by 2. Okay, and that is 90.77. What is the unit? Kilometer square. Or I can put this to the nearest whole and say area equals 91 kilometer square, depending on what the question asks you for. Okay, and that's how you apply the law of sine in helping you to find the area of non-right triangle. Okay, have a fantastic day.